We've floor not to take up the time of delegates who might wish to respond to the statement by Ukraine. I have asked for the floor to say that what was the text distributed by the Secretariat has a small error in comparison with the final version of the text, which was on Quick Place on in the second line of the last preambular paragraph. One word was omitted, some words were omitted. Over Nazism has been deleted, has been omitted. Over the second line of the last preambular paragraph, victory over Nazism in the Second World War. So we would request that those words be included in this paragraph so that the text fully reflects the text which was put on Quick Place and it was the result of consultations which we had held. Thank you very much.
I thank the representative of the Russian Federation. Does any other delegation wish to co-sponsor draft resolution L56 Rev 1 as orally corrected? I see none. Distinguished delegates, a recorded vote has been requested on A/C3/69/L56 Rev 1 as orally corrected. Before we proceed to the vote, I will first give the floor to any delegation wishing to make a general statement in connection with L56 Rev 1 as orally corrected, and thereafter to any delegation wishing to make a statement in explanation of vote. Delegations are also reminded that in accordance with Rule 128, proposers of a proposal are not permitted to explain their vote on their own proposal. Does any delegation wish to make a general statement? I give the floor to the Russian Federation.
Thank you, Madam Chairperson. I'm not planning to make a general statement. I do have a question. Could you please tell us which delegation requested a vote on this draft?
It was the United States. I repeat, does any delegation wish to make a general statement? I see none. Does any delegation wish to make a statement in explanation of vote before the vote? I give the floor to the United States.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The United States joins other members of the Third Committee in expressing abhorrence of any attempt to glorify or otherwise promote Nazi ideology. The United States remains a strong supporter of the UN's efforts to remember the victims of the Holocaust, one of the darkest chapters of human history. We are deeply committed to honoring and preserving the memory of the millions of lives tragically taken. More broadly, we condemn without reservation all forms of religious and ethnic intolerance or hatred at home and around the world. In the current global context, we are especially concerned about the overt political motives that drive the main sponsor to introduce this resolution year after year. We are alarmed by its recent efforts to vilify others by loosely using terms such as Nazi or fascist. This government has employed this rhetoric during the current crisis in Ukraine, including against the current Ukrainian government, and has used it in this very committee to condemn the Baltic states. This is offensive and disrespectful toward those who suffered at the hands of the Nazis and other fascist regimes, and it should not be tolerated. We believe Russia's efforts at the General Assembly via this resolution are aimed at opponents rather than at promoting or protecting human rights. In addition, we remain concerned that the resolution fails again this year to distinguish between offensive expression, which should be protected in the name of free speech, and actions such as discrimination and violence motivated by bias that should always be prohibited. The United States shares the concern expressed in this resolution regarding the frequency of racist views expressed in any medium or forum, including on the Internet. However, we do not consider curtailing expression to be an appropriate or effective means of combating racism and related intolerance. Rather, it is our firm conviction, as reflected in the U.S. Constitution and laws of the United States, that the individual freedoms of expression and association should be robustly protected, even when the ideas represented by such expression are offensive or hateful. We encourage states to refrain from invoking Article 4 of the Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Racial Discrimination and Article 20 of the ICCPR to limit freedom of expression or as an excuse for failing to take effective measures to combat racism or intolerance. The best antidote to intolerance is not suppressing or criminalizing offensive speech, but rather a combination of robust legal protections against discrimination and hate crimes, proactive government outreach to minority religious groups, and the vigorous defense of both freedom of religion and freedom of expression. In light of all these concerns, the United States will vote no on this resolution and call upon other members of this body to vote no as well. Thank you, Madam Chair.
I thank the representative of the United States. We shall now proceed to the vote. Delegations in favor, please press number 2, yes button. Those against, please press number 3, no button. And those abstaining, please press number 4, the abstain button on your control box. Have all delegations voted? I'll wait for you. I can see you running in. It's okay. I won't. It's okay. Quickly. Come on, I'm going to call you out. Boom. It's okay. Okay, just one more time. Have all delegations voted? Please ensure that your vote is correctly reflected on the screen. Please lock the machine. The result of the vote is as follows. In favor, 115. Against, 3. Abstentions, 55. Draft Resolution L56 Rev 1, as orally corrected, is hereby adopted.